in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, a big bouncing intro today.
Big bouncing?
Big bouncing intro today. It has been a little more than a week since the last time we've done this. A lot of things have gone on.
A lot of stuff gone off.
But nothing of importance, really.
You're not wrong.
That's really the thing. Is everything that happened has been like, oh, drama, don't care. Oh, drama, don't care.
It's either drama or hiatus. That's it.
My personal favorite was people were upset at some artist because they used what was it, Auschwitz, I think, like as a backdrop for one of their things, and they changed most of it so it looked like a school, but they kept the weird Auschwitz arch.
Oh, oops.
And well, they didn't know what it meant, so they're just like, yeah, this looks pretty. And they had the Spy X family, Anya, crying while Yor was like, "It's okay," and I'm just like, it was supposed to be like a she doesn't want to go to school type thing, and it became like, no, I don't want to die.
Oh no!
And I was like, oh,
it's you know what makes it even funnier? Spy X family is fictional East and West Germany.
That's what makes it better. It's like, oh no.
That was bad phrasing on my part. That makes it funnier, but it makes it worse, but infinitely funnier.
Infinitely funnier. Oopsie. Watching Tim Pool agree with Hassan Piker, and then Hassan Piker yell at him for agreeing and be like, this guy's an idiot. I go, he agreed with you. Are you all right? Whatever.
All right. What else? We don't have an article for. We don't. I was gonna say we don't have an article for it, but Logan Paul's getting sued out the ass
again.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast helped people with glaucoma, which I do agree with Tim Pool and Hassan Piker that we shouldn't be sending money to other countries when we could, when people in our own country could use medical help. And I agree with that. Why are we sending thousands of dollars to billions of dollars to Ukraine when people could be having medical procedures done here in America?
You're trying to spin me up, aren't you?
A little bit.
Like this is bait, but it's also a hanging curveball. But I don't quite. It's just quite. I'm like it's baiting me. It's just a little far out. I'm gonna be swinging it. I'm gonna be whiffing on this, but it's still like I'm thinking home run.
Darren, what is that? Oh, that's called a changeup. That's what that is. It's like, fuck.
Oh, that's a juicy that's juicy fastball. Wait, that's a little slow.
That's what that is. How has your week been overall, though?
It's been okay. I'm a little tired. I went to a mixer last night, so met some professionals in the legal community over here.
That's good.
Hung out with some of my classmates.
I have been enjoying. I've been enjoying watching Katsucon 21 Plus. I did do a small experiment to see if Katsucon 21 Plus puts me ahead of everyone else. And I posted the same meme as like 3 other people.
What's funnier is you got immediately called out on it, but it didn't change anything.
But it didn't change shit. It's like, Darren, I go, I don't care. This is called experimenting. I want to see if the algorithm automatically pushes me. It does.
It does.
There we are.
That's because you're pretty active.
I'm active enough, and I at least on that group, and whenever I either post I post maybe twice a day tops, and my post either hits it out of the park or has a small bit of interaction where people will just argue with each other.
Yeah.
And it's like it's either likes
That's you're always posting fucking feet pics.
No, you have to post feet pics in 21 plus because the purge is happening, and the only way to stay in the group is with feet pics.
Jesus Christ.
Is that real? I don't know, but if I say it enough times, it will be. It's it reminds me. I've had to crash the 21 plus group panel and walk over with my folder full of feed pics for Max. Go here's your payment for to make sure I don't get purged.
Oh Lord.
Since it's run by all the admins. Like, here you guys go. What did you print out a bunch of feed pics and hand them to us? This is to make sure I don't get purged. I brought you what you asked for. The guidebook silently went up the other day, and it's now correct today.
It's now correct.
It's now correct. Like I looked at it originally, and I'm like, only one of my panels is on here, and it's on the wrong time.
Oops.
Which I'm like, it's not like oops, it's the other panel's time frame. It's just at a random time between both panels. Go, that's not right.
Sounds like you're just uploading things initially, and then
we'll sort through it later. Yeah, that's probably what they're doing. But the from what I can tell, it's more or less done and okay. I've been talking to other panelists and other people, and they're like, yeah, that's right. Okay, cool, great, we're good. Zenkai Con, still waiting on their second batch, and I will let everyone know whether or not I will officially be there or not. Because if I only have one panel, I don't have the money to go.
Oof.
I am currently unemployed, and I'm not getting any help from anyone right now. So besides the VA so it's like I can't really afford.
Especially not Google killing access to your website.
What's funny is they're supposed to email you about it within like 10 days, and they did not.
Have you seen what they do with YouTube creators?
Yeah, I understand. And I only found out about it, I think, like on the first, I think. And they did this. They said that apparently it was blocked on like the 19th. I'm going, I should have gotten an email in this 10-day period. Let me check my email. Nope. Let me check my other emails. Nope. Where the hell did they send this damn email?
Oh, speaking of, I have a little bit. We don't have an article about it, but I have a little bit of a rant about YouTube bullshit.
What you got?
So have you heard what they're doing with the gun community, with the GunTuber community?
You can't fire every 10 seconds, something like that.
You can't fire every 10 seconds. You can't show a 20 or 30 round magazine being inserted into a gun.
What if it's empty?
Even if it's empty.
But it's empty.
Now some gun tubers try to get around this by saying, "Oh, it's a modified magazine that only takes 10 rounds."
So you're telling me I should go to the Black Hawk Down movie and instantly report it for?
If it's Hollywood, they have an exception.
Oh, fuck them! I'm gonna go to every fucking gun movie I can find and just like report.
Can't show a silencer being screwed on.
See,
and this is counter to what's the written policy. The written policy is only like can't show how to make anything, can't show how to make anything, can't use anything that's not registered.
Right.
But it's not. But instead, it's like, oh, you're screwing in a silencer. You're showing how to use. That's showing how to make it. Like that's showing something illegal. It's like, no, that's a registered silencer.
You
see that ATF number on the side?
Yeah,
That's
thing
registered, dude.
that's been registered. You know what I saw from because I'm looking at places in West Virginia, and I'm looking at jobs in West Virginia, and just in case I move to West Virginia, and one of the local gun community Facebook groups um, was showing like their usual group of people, and one guy has his gun holster. I think it was a Glock. It looked like a Glock. That wonderful blocky looking fucking pistol.
Yeah.
and I'm looking at it. I'm realizing that's too long. Why is it so long? That's a silencer at the bottom. Or excuse me, that's a suppressor.
That's a suppressor.
Let's use the actual terms, not this fucking Hollywood bullshit.
Yeah. They do though make long slide Glocks.
Do they? Oh.
Especially in big boy calibers like 45 and 10 millimeter.
All I know is this: if I get this this one position in West Virginia, I will be within spitting distance of DC. One and two, I will be working for a government agency, which I will probably not be able to ever talk about ever again. If you ever see me just stop talking about how much I hate the feds, I am a fed now. So that's what happened there, boys.
That's what happened.
That's what happened there. Why? Because I've always said my morals are up for sale for a certain price range.
For a certain price.
Mm-hmm. They reached it. There we are. Done. All right, let's hop into the actual articles. What are we opening up with?
From hentaicake.com.
We're back, boys.
We're back, boys. Although this is you, not me. My Hero Academia manga takes 2-week hiatus due to creator's health.
So the creators wrote this out on his official Twitter page, and I can't get the goddamn Twitter page thing to properly populate like it used to. I'm not sure if that's an Elon Musk thing or if I'm screwing something up.
It might be an Elon Musk thing.
I'm not sure. Listen,
he's doing fuckery with the API because the API is busted, and he from using it, so he's pissed off.
From what Ruben Dave Rubin was saying, and I think earlier in the week he was saying like this thing is as a trash fire on fire held together by fire and trash. I'm like, all right, got it. So it needs to be fixed.
Yes.
So if it's screwy, it's because it was screwy. It was always screwy, and they kept instead of fixing the issue, they just kept adding band-aids to it. Got it.
Yes. And now the band-aids are starting to fray.
Mm-hmm. And Elon is an old school developer like me, where I go, I should fix this. Well, here's a quick fix. Okay, cool. So you're done. I said, here's a quick fix. I'm not done.
I'm not done.
Okay. It'll be like 2 weeks, but I will have this thing so that it is self fucking populating.
The way I see Elon is he does he does scrub correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Where like you can do Scrum or Agile one or two ways. Where you just add a bunch of features, keep going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tested production. And
he does have that issue.
He does tested production, right? But he also he does tested production, but he does more old school waterfall just rapidly.
Yep.
And Scrum right is just waterfall, but it's rapid. And that makes sure you have good by actually going through all the actual steps of waterfall, you're actually making sure shit's solid. As
opposed to whatever the hell current developers are doing, which it's one of the reasons why I stopped developing was I got really tired of people doing quick dirty fixes and then never coming back to solve the issue.
Yeah, that's why I became an IT generalist. I got tired we need it hey, this is broken. We need to go back and actually fix this. No, we don't have time. I can barely read my spaghetti code. You expect me to maintain this?
Yeah, it's one of those things. Oh yeah. What?
It's
Who?
always fun to go back through your old source code. It's like, what idiot wrote this? Oh, that idiot was me.
See, I love my comments because you can tell where I stopped caring at 3 a.m. while coding, where the comment is, "Future Darren, go fuck yourself." Future Darren, go fuck yourself. This works. Don't fucking touch it. Got it. Okay, don't touch this. But it looks like this is causing the issue. Don't fucking touch it. You know, at the beginning of my coding day, it's very accurate, very professional. By the end, it's like, go fuck yourself. Don't you fucking touch this. This does this. I don't know why. Don't touch it.
Oh, I had comments. It's like, this does stuff. I don't understand why it works. It works. Don't fuck with it.
Don't fuck with it.
There's probably one of those floating around in a government code base somewhere.
Well, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. There we
If
are.
not
So
written by me, written by someone else, some other contractor that's working
Now-
off the clock just to get it done.
now, my only concern with the My Hero Academia creator taking a hiatus is because he says he's fatigued and he's exhausted. He's not able to recover, and that's understandable because I believe My Hero is a weekly Shonen Jump issue.
Yeah.
So, you know, he has to get on top of things weekly, every single week, and he's putting out 12, 14 pages a week. That's a lot of work.
It's a grind.
It is a grind. Manga creators, comic book creators, when you do this by yourself, it's very, very harsh. It's very, very hard. I'm sure he has a small team, but again, very, very harsh, very, very hard. And he's reaching the ending of his own storyline. So it's like, okay, got you. I understand. I get it. I understand. But so I'm hoping it's not a big health issue. It's just I'm exhausted. I can't keep this up. I really need a day off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully that's all it is. We'll see what happens with that. Who knows? Any commentary on My Hero Academia besides the fact that it's a good anime. It's just the fandom sucks.
The fandom sucks.
Yeah.
It is like, I know I think something's happening anime wise.
Season 7 or whatever is out right now. I know season 6 is out on Adult Swim.
I'm not sure whether either they're about to hit a big arc in the manga or there's about to hit a big arc in the anime.
They're about to hit the big arc in the anime. The whole reason why Deku is talking to himself in the beginning of every single season.
Okay.
That's where they're about to hit. I don't want to say anything as to what happens and why and what goes on there.
Yeah, every time I go through Shibuya or Shinjuku, there are giant My Hero Academia one for all ads everywhere.
Well, yeah. I mean, isn't the new movie coming out on Blu-ray soon too?
It could be that.
Mm-hmm.
The only English in the ad is one for all.
One for all, yeah. Thank you so much for that, Japan. It's like we're gonna put these words in English because it's the only words we know in English because it's the only words the English character says. Got it. That and Detroit Smash. Okay.
But it's like I get off the train, and I get off the train at Shibuya. I walk out of the station at Hachiko Square.
Mm-hmm.
And I look down the street and I see on one of the giant screens, like 3 blocks down, the new Evangelion Godzilla thing. And I'm watching that, and then I turn around. I was like, oh, the entire station is covered in a My Hero Academia ad. The entire station.
Yep.
Like it's the Hachiko mural, the JR line sign. And
yeah, I know the
My Hero Academia.
I know the stop. It's a very pretty stop.
Very pretty.
If you ever get there when it doesn't have a giant amount of anime merch, which is for some reason always in like March or April-ish, for some reason there's like not a bunch of ads everywhere. I go, okay, fine. You can get some really pretty pictures. That's kind of it.
It's also hard because just inside the station, the entire station's is under construction.
Oh, is it? Okay, good to
The
know.
entire station. There's over the Yamamote line platform. There's a giant hole in the roof right now.
Good to know. All right, what's next on the docket?
See, is any of this other anime news? Oh yes. A bunch of series are on indefinite hiatus right now.
Yeah.
Why? Because China.
Yeah, that's the reason why. Because China's currently busy trying to map our nuclear silos in Montana using a weather balloon.
No, that's not why. they're dealing with a COVID crisis, but they're also doing that.
I'm just saying the fastest way to demoralize America, remove our only source of entertainment.
Our only good source. I
said our only source. Okay. I don't care if Velma has been renewed for a second season. Mindy, what's her nuts? It's currently in hiding. Like it's not a hit, and people go, those terrible right wingers. It's not the right wing. It's not the right wing. The right wing said this looks stupid, and then they never picked it up again.
But anyways, why am I blanking? Near Automata is on hiatus.
I think Sonic.
No,
not Sonic. What was the uncle
uncle from another world.
Yeah.
Cuba won't let me be invisible.
Really? That one was oh, all right, fine. That one was cute.
Ayakashi Triangle.
The weird romance triangle one, or the
All
right. Listen, so, I don't know why so many high school boys are getting into threesomes, but I'm kind of annoyed by this. Look, your harem anime is supposed to have some kind of like not non-functioning battling going on, not this whole I love him, you love him too. Let's totally be together. I feel bad when he kisses her, but I feel good when he kisses me. I'm like, what is this? What is this?
This is not fun. This
is far too functional.
There's not enough comedy.
There's not enough comedy. There's no tension. This is some bullshit.
Haven't these fools ever read Love Hina? Anyways,
this is what happens when people go on FetLife. Yeah, this is the nonsense. All
right. But anyways, I didn't like anime studios are kind of infinite for. I can't speak. I'm tired. They're kind of infamous for all the non-keyframes having that be done by Korea. I didn't realize that Korea was too expensive. They're now subcontracting to China.
China is very, very cheap, and they have all those nice Muslims to use.
But they've been subcontracting to China, but China is kind of going through some shit at the moment.
Well, China's dealing with their COVID issues, along with a small rebellion, which is fun to watch from way over here. While America goes through their own rebellion, I'm like, this is fun. Everyone's like, damn, why aren't you worried? I've lived through this. It was called Iraq 2004. 4 to 5. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting over here like, am I going to have a country to return to in May?
You might. You may. It'll probably still be here. I'm not sure who's going to have the keys to the jet, but you know.
It might be President Kamala.
No. It'll be President Gavin Newsom.
He's not even in the line of succession.
And when has things like rules ever stopped these people?
You have a point.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm getting too used to a rules based society.
Yeah, see, I have really reached the point of the rules don't matter. Who has money?
Oh, speaking of, you know what the magic words for anything in Japan are?
How much?
No.
Oh.
Just this time, just this time, I won't do the. I won't have to. I don't want to. Blah blah blah. Just this time, I'll do things correctly next time.
No, that's
Those are the magic words for everything.
right.
Because then they're like, oh, you're just in a bind right now. I want to help, and but he's also submitting to the rules of society.
Okay then.
If you just say, can I do this? Can you do this? Just do this this time. I'm in a bind. Just like, no, there are rules. I want to help, but there are rules. You have to do. But if you phrase it in a way that you're submitting, it's like, okay.
No, thank you. All right. What's next? Do we have anything else anime-ish? I don't think so.
We don't have anything else anime-ish. Do we want to do JRPG? Do we want to do video game news, or do we want to stick with cartoons?
Let's stick with cartoons.
Justin Roiland got fired.
He was fired from Rick and Morty. He also quit Squanch Games, which was the weird game with the talking guns that he voiced one of the guns on. And it's fun to watch because everyone keeps telling me, like, we don't need him for Rick and Morty. I'm like, he does all the main character voices.
He does all the main character voices.
He's also one of the main creators. He's also one of the main writers. So, like,
this project is dead.
Like, I'm not saying it will be completely dead, but I remember what happened to Money Ohm.
Yeah, we remember what happened with Ruby.
All right, I should have wrote an article about Ruby being a CR exclusive. Oh, well. I didn't have time in the day.
He's still time.
I didn't have time in the day. Damn it. Anyway, so my general feeling is this court case still hasn't finished. His lawyers continue saying that once the evidence is out, that he will be seen as innocent, and that could just be lawyer speak. Lawyers are not supposed to, like,
they're supposed to advocate for their client
no matter what. So, like, you do what you got to do to advocate for your client. Is the evidence in his favor? I have no clue. This is a closed court session. I'm getting nothing out of this in any way, shape, or form. No information.
There are reasons to have it, like, to have everything sealed. You want to protect the victims, but at the same time, it's like it's frustrating because you want things to be transparent to make sure the system is working correctly.
Yeah, like we also want
there's no transparency. When there's no transparency, especially in a big case, it's like you want to bash your head against the wall.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I got annoyed by the federal court cases involving the January 6th people. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, I understand it's a federal court case, and so we're not supposed to look at it, but at the same time, public interest.
The federal court shit. This has been going on a soapbox. Mm-hmm. Unless there's like a victim privacy issue, like in a sex crimes case, and then even then, only in rare cases. Mm-hmm. But for every case, there should be cameras in the courtroom.
I fully agree with that.
Then things need to be more transparent.
So he has been fired from Rick and Morty. He's been fired from. Well, he left his gaming thing on his own. I'm sure he has plenty of money. I'm not sure if he probably still gets a royalties check for if Rick and Morty keeps going. I assume.
One would assume. And Rick and Morty is such a cultural phenomenon that I'm not sure, like, the checks don't stop coming. because that's going to be on that's going to be on the air for a while in reruns.
Yeah. So that's the thing. And while they say that they will have season 7 up without any issues, I'm also sitting here going, you fired the guy who does all the important stuff.
Yeah, you're going to have the issues finding the guy that finding people to do voices that sound just like how they used to.
It's not even the voices, it's going to be the writing, it's going to be the same energy. Like every asshole has their perfect Morty impersonation. I go, that's cute, but it's also like I don't care that much.
You don't care.
It sounds like Morty, but it doesn't have the same range as this guy doing Morty. That's my problem. As someone who very often has been tapped to go and help someone with their stupid voice acting project, I go, here's my range. They go, okay, I can deal with that. Cool, great, awesome, have fun. Can you do this voice? I can. Can you do this voice with this motion? No.
That's a little outside my range.
That's outside of my range. I'm very sorry. I gave you my range with all my stuff. There you go. All right, what's next?
Let's go into see tech news or video game news.
Let's go video game news.
So the Western localization of Fire Emblem Engage removed gendered language and censored romantic confessions. Like, wait a minute, this isn't a JRPG anymore.
Yep. Listen, I'm just gonna say it. All right. There was a video game creator who said, I don't want my video games to come to America watching what they do to big name games. And a lot of people pissed him on, like, what would you do without people localizing your game? And he literally linked to one of his games being fan subbed. I'm like, there you go. Like,
there you go.
If people really like the game, people really love it, they will find a way around it. We've been doing this for 3 decades.
We've been doing it for a minute.
It's been a while now. So that's just one of those things. And while I will say, I found out that a lot of the younger generation don't know how to pirate things, and I go, what's wrong with you guys?
That's because they've grown up with streaming.
Have they never tried finding things that their parents didn't want them to see?
It's also harder to pirate because a lot of the old sites are down.
Yeah, there's always new sites though. Like there's always other countries. All right, Belarus is amazing right now. We literally talked about that like 2 weeks ago.
We did. It's a little harder though to. They've gotten pretty good at blocking stuff, but there's still ways.
There are ways.
But if you don't pirate things for a couple of years, it's like pretty hard to figure out how to do it again. Not that I would know. I don't know.
Listen, I do not advocate privacy or piracy, but I will say I have a lot of ROMs of games I own because I no longer have the proper TV to play those games. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it.
I'm sticking to that story, all right? If anyone goes, you don't own Super Mario RPG, I can pull out the damn Super Nintendo cartridge myself. I know where it is in storage. Take that, Nintendo. Anyway. So why was gendered language removed? Because, well, they didn't want to upset anyone with gendered language. And why were romantic confessions removed? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm assuming it's just one of those things where they were like, kids are gonna play this. We can't let them have romance. And I'm just sitting here like, didn't I grow up with like Cinderella, Snow White?
This is also personally frustrating because everyone's fucking playing this game right now in Japan. I want to fucking play this game.
But you know yours is tainted.
Yeah, but I know it's tainted.
Oh, Lord.
Like, this is letting a fire under my ass. Who do better in my Japanese language classes. Because I want to fucking play this. and all the Japanese undergrads are like raving about it in both Japanese and English. Like, oh, this is so great! You need to play it. When are they releasing it in the West?
It is released in the West.
The Western version sucks.
It's like they you should be like they released it, they ruined it. Just say it like that. Just say they ruined it. What did they do? They removed romance. You can't love anyone.
Like here's an example they freaking give. Like we make a good team coming up with this together. No, that's sketch.
Yep.
But I get a memento of our great teamwork, so why shouldn't you? It's like actual Japanese. Even if it's too soon for us to be lovers, we can still be partners, don't you think? Like that's
Simple lesbian. Who cares? Whatever. My this reminds me of why I was annoyed in Fire Emblem Three Houses, where I played through all of one storyline, and then at the end I was like, okay, cool. I was sitting there, I'm like, when am I ever going to get to the romance section of me and my partner? And then I got like the wedding ring and go, it's happening after this next quest. The next quest was like last quest. I went, oh, this is like, oh, I got my romance. Yay. So happy.
And there was no build up because they censored the build up.
Yeah. I mean, Three Houses is weird. You can't rush the romance because you have to go through a time skip. So even if you build up really, really fast, there's a time skip, and even after the time skip, you have to wait until you reach a certain point in the storyline to continue, which annoys me to no end.
Oof.
Anyway, so there we are. So there's the thing. I didn't put it. I was writing an article. It's not done yet about Nintendo's offering a new thing where you can, because games are $60 to $70 right now. They're saying if you can buy $100 voucher to get 2 games off of their game catalog, and it's a list of games, and they're all AAA games, like high.
Oh shit!
So you can get 2 games. You can use 1 voucher per game, and that voucher lasts for like the whole year. So you can like use 1 voucher now and then wait and see if something else you like pops in.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, that sounds good. Like if I ever have excess money, I'd probably do that. And Fire Emblem Engage is one of the games available. I'm like, oh,
interesting.
And another game that was on there was like the Mario games and Luigi Haunted, whatever, and the Zelda games. I go, ooh, like all the games that are never on sale.
They're never on sale because Nintendo's like, we know what you want. You will pay us.
Like we know you want to play that Zelda game. We know you missed it when it first came out, and you still want to play it.
I wonder if for pre-order, Hogwarts Legacy or whatever the hell it's called is on there.
Not yet. The game, then that game catalog list will add and remove games from the catalog list, but you will never lose the game once you download it.
Cool.
So that's different than what than like the PlayStation Plus whatever thing is.
Yeah.
It's go ahead.
Speaking of, have you looked at pre-order sales recently?
For
in general, what the number 1 game is on all consoles and on Steam.
Isn't it Legacy?
Yes.
Yeah. Last time I checked, it was Hogwarts Legacy, which is funny because people just told me how, at least all of my highly left gay friends are like, look, see, we're standing with our trans brothers. Sign the petition. We have over 1 million people that have signed this petition. I'm looking at this going, half these names are probably not real. Probably not real. Like
probably a third of them they signed the petitions to so they could feel good, but they pre-ordered the game anyway.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because they wanted that Harry Potter fix.
They can't help themselves. I very often use that as a. It's like, Janet, why'd you do this? Because I know you do it. You couldn't help yourself. I know you can't help yourself. There we are. Anyway. What's next?
So EA so Titanfall was supposed to have a single player, but that got canceled.
Yeah, I was very sad. It was canceled because the MOBA game didn't do very well. Their mobile game apparently crapped out. You okay? You like froze on me. He's probably dead.
This is the game that turned into Apex.
Titanfall was the game that turned into Apex,
Can you hear me
especially
now?
the Titanfall is the game that turned into Apex. They use the same fighting system essentially and physics and what have you. And he froze again. Is it me? Is it him? I don't know. It's not me because I would normally be getting a thing.
I'm not sure what's going on.
It happens.
Titanfall
Try.
Game, but it transformed into.
He's down. All right. So Titanfall became a game that he's back. We'll see. Welcome back. I think that one web page just killed you. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you.
Shit. Hold on.
There we go.
Can you hear
Whatever
me
whatever you did fixed it.
I paused the video. The page had a YouTube video that was sucking all my bandwidth.
Ah, okay. I was wondering. I was like, huh, that's weird. I wonder why that's. Oh, that's a YouTube video. It's on
That's
autoplay,
why.
isn't it? Yeah.
It's on autoplay. Fuck you, IGN.
Fuck you. I use Brave browser. It automatically stops any and all autoplay things. It's
I
like
should do that.
Yeah, well, there we are. What was I saying? So, Titanfall, the multiplayer game, did end up becoming Apex Legends. They use the same physics, the same gun stuff, all that general Yahoo. But it lacks a lot of the movement abilities outside of a few certain people as the original Apex Legend or the original Titanfall games. Especially the giant robot fights. Because
which is the point of fucking Titanfall.
Which is what made Titanfall multiplayer so very amazing, because like you'd be like crushing it, and all of a sudden a giant robot would just smash your squad. You'd be like, fuck, no, ah. Yeah, and then you'd hope that someone else has enough points to call down a Titan to deal with this shit, or you have to try and beat it on your own on foot, which is difficult. Motherfucker has a goddamn flamethrower. You're like, fuck. Goodbye, health. Goodbye. What was I saying? So, the Titanfall mobile game didn't do very well. So EA says, "Oh, well, this clearly, if the mobile game didn't do very well, then obviously, the single player game is not going to do very well." EA has also said that they are stopping support of the mobile game version of Apex Legends, which
that's not surprising.
I don't know why anyone would play a FPS on their phone.
I mean, they were trying to push that at one point, but yeah, phone controls suck.
And they try pushing that with Genshin Impact, and they go, "What are you doing? Stop! No, just sit down."
Well, I think what they're saying is that, like in a lot of Asian countries, they'll see people digging around on their phones, especially with gacha games.
Stop listening to China. China's not your friend.
It's not just China; it's Japan.
Stop listening to China. China's not your friend.
But they're but people don't like. They'll be like, "Oh, people are gonna play on the train and stuff." It's like, yeah, but most people are playing with one hand because you got one hand holding up because you're getting packed into the fucking. Have they not stopped and seen what rush hour looks like?
No, they haven't. Like this, these are executives. These are people who are big brain people who understand business better than you. You don't understand. You're a stupid yokel. And I kind of go, listen, if you're going to send this to the everyman, you might want to have an everyman sit there and tell you where your thing's going to hit a snag. Just a general idea.
Don't require things that require glitchy two-handed controls for something that's going to be on a phone.
Yep. That's all there is to it. All right, what is next?
I think everything else is tech news.
No, there's an E3 article I think I sent you.
Oh, there is an E3 article. There we go.
Yes.
From HentaiCake.com.
So
Your place for nerd news and lewds.
you heard me. So Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo are reportedly going to be skipping E3 in 2023.
What's the fucking point?
So it says numerous rumors.
What's the point of going to E3 then?
Well, here's the problem with E3. E3 was made originally to go and showcase your newest systems, your newest tech, your newest peripherals, your newest big games
To
the audience.
Yeah.
But the problem is Nintendo has Nintendo Direct. PlayStation has their own PlayStation like portal thing. Microsoft has that Xbox games live stream that they do. I'm not sure.
I think what happened was E3 originally was supposed to be developers presenting stuff to the developers presenting stuff to distributors, so that distributors knew what to stock their shelves with. But now that's all taken care of on the back end.
Yeah.
But it was also distributors were there, but so are the press and so are the audience, and so you get fans go up, see what's actually happening, and that could build excitement.
Yes, and it's one of the ways we built excitement in the early days of the internet.
But then
in the early days of magazines.
But then they stopped inviting. For a couple of years, they stopped inviting fans. It was press and distributors only.
Yeah,
and
I think that was
that was a mistake and kind of killed interest in the show. Then they invited fans back, but
after getting bought by ReedPop,
they invited fans back, but you already had Nintendo doing their own thing, and then other companies realized that they could do their own thing.
Yep.
And then COVID killed everything, and COVID killed everything, and everyone had to do their own thing anyway. So now they're just used to it.
Listen, E3 started going downhill the same day they started banning fan service girls.
That also.
Like in 2005 or 2006, whenever the heck that happened. And I was like, why would you say you can't have girls in skimpy outfits to help sell your games? That makes no sense to me. Because I grew up in the age of beer commercials with bikini volleyball players. That is, to this day, I associate going to the beach with having a nice Budweiser. I don't even like Budweiser, but I associate with it.
You don't even like Budweiser, but you get a 6-pack when you go to the beach.
Yeah, my thought is, I'm gonna get myself a case of Coke and a 6-pack of Budweiser. Oh, why'd you get Budweiser? I don't know, man. I don't even drink it. It's for you. Enjoy. You gonna look free beer? Oh wait, no, you go ahead and take it. But that's all it though. It's just one of those things. I don't think people understand that, which is I really want to bring back the day old age of girls in bikinis selling things. That's my master plan. It's a very simple master plan, and it'll probably work. So anyway, at this point in time, this is all quote unquote rumor, but at the same time, a lot of people in the higher ups are like, yeah, we were not sure, we haven't decided what we're going to bring to E3. I'm like, E3 is coming up soon. Normally we have some idea. Like normally you guys have an idea and you've paid for your booth.
It's kind of sad because everyone remembers E3 used to be hella competitive. Like you had to bring your A game with what you brought. Everyone remembers when the Xbox One and the PS4 got launched and Xbox got owned by Sony. Sony just showing up and saying, "Oh, that thing Xbox said you can't do, we're gonna let you do. We're gonna let you do this. We're gonna let you do this." And wild applause, and it killed Xbox One sales.
It did. I just remember like the olden days of E3 when you'd have girls dressed up as your characters, and it's always like skimpy outfits. And I just remember like the Blood Rain booth with like 18 redheads with their boobs pushed up in leather outfits. I'm going, yes, this is what video games should be. This is what I want from life. 18 redheads in leather.
I'll buy 5 copies of Blood Rain now, please.
Like, I would like 5 copies of the special edition for each console. Anyway.
Here, take my money.
Take my money? Take all of it. Take it all. My love, my anger, and all of my sorrow. Sorry, we've been making the "what are you throwing into the river at National Harbor" jokes.
Oh Lord!
So I've just been going, my love, my anger, and all of my sorrow. And the people who get it, and those who don't go, I don't. What? Like, are you okay? I go, no, you don't. It's. Shining Finger.
Have you not seen Gundam and or Futurama?
I know. All right. Well, I guess it's all tech news from here, huh?
All shit. No, not the bee. Anyways,
so not the bee. Not this is not Babylon Bee. This is not the bee, which is the truthful things on the internet.
This is what Babylon Bee says. This is when Babylon Bee goes, "Hey, we want this looks like something we want to put on our site. Too bad it's actually real. This is real life parroting us."
Yep. For this one, it's former Google exec brings lawsuit alleging he was fired for not being inclusive by judging employees based on merit. Or as I like to put it, the guy who was good, I wanted him on my team. I don't care if they're all white. Give me them.
Give me the people who actually work. I don't care what they look like.
Yeah. You know, those are all white straight males. Okay, well, make one of them gay and bring him over. That's not how that works. Blah, 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 blah.
That wasn't even a tech worker. It was their director of food. That's the guy managing their restaurants.
I don't understand that part. Why do you care about what the people in the restaurants look like? What? Were there too many Puerto Ricans in the kitchen?
The investigations team explained that he had shown favoritism towards high performers.
Too many Puerto Ricans in the kitchen. Yeah, that happens.
And commented on employees' walking pace and hustle, which they considered ableist.
Too many Puerto Ricans in the kitchen. That's what that is. I understand. I've worked with Dominicans. I get it. Dominicans in the kitchen, and they're like, oh. And you get a couple Puerto Ricans like, zoom. Carter hasn't been on in like a month, man. I gotta get that out of my system, okay?
For people who think Darren is white, there's a reason we call him the stealth Hispanic.
Oh yeah, my mom's current name is Montanez.
Oh, geez,
she removed my dad's name from her last name. I'm like, oh. So now it's really confusing because I'm like this is my mom. Go, she doesn't have the same last name as you. Yes, my parents got divorced. Like when I was in my 30s, but yeah.
That's how that works.
She changed her name back. It's how that works. What do you want from me? Anyway. So, how do I feel about this? I think it's hilarious.
It's like oh, this guy actually has some hustle. That's ableist. Rolling my eyes.
Well, I got the same crap when I worked at Amazon. They're all like, you can't really say that. I go, I can say it. I'm not in charge of anyone. I try to explain to them, like, the more responsibilities you give me, the less outrageous I become. Because then I have like responsibilities and I can't say things. And they were very confused when they gave me that temporary manager position, and they took it away. They're like, "You're nothing now." I go, okay. Like, okay. Why are you terrible now? I have no power now. Remember? I have
no power.
The fuck does anyone care?
Just ask the army how much of an asshole you became after they
After they took away one of my chevrons.
Oh, that's how it's gonna be.
It's like, you have no power anymore. Okay. I hear you loud and clear. Silvers, what happened? You were a great NCO. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. And you missed me as an NCO. Peace. But you forgot how terrible of a private I am. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Anyways.
Uh,
So, moving on. Speaking of Google,
Google lays
they
off
just-
12,000 staff in largest firings in company history. I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of those firings were human resources,
they were HR and middle management.
humanities. They were the DIE people. Diversity, inclusion, and equity people. Tech has learned they can save a lot of money by stop listening to the fucking cathedral.
Yep. And things won't burn down if they do so.
Things won't burn down as fast. It's very hard for everyone to start sitting around talking about how they're gonna unionize if they realize that they'll also have no health insurance and no job if they try.
Yep.
And no one likes tech workers. We don't care. You guys are overpaid, salaried babies who don't have to come into work.
We actually talked about this in my immigration law class. You can get replaced by an H. You can get. I got yelled at for bringing it up, but
it's like, listen.
Hey, when I was a tech worker, I was told by my boss I was infinitely replaceable by an H-1B. Like, well, your boss is supposed to say that. It's like, he was just telling the truth.
Like, listen, I tell people all the time, everyone is replaceable. I feel terrible losing Mike in this coming year as a panelist. I like working with him. I think he brings good energy to the company and the overall the every single thing that we perform together. Me and Tom haven't hit our stride together yet, so it's going to be a little hard on me. That being said, I'm already looking for a replacement. And while I make jokes about having a Jewish girl with large boobs, if one showed up that could actually talk, I would bring her on. Not because of the huge boobs or the Jewishness, but because she can talk in public.
Yeah, everyone's replaceable at the end of the day. There are 8 billion people on the planet. You are replaceable.
Everyone is replaceable. That's just the way it rolls.
You're a unique snowflake, just like everyone else.
Yeah, whatever you want to tell me. Listen. There's one thing I've learned from every single ex I've ever had. Nope. All right, what is next?
So Stability AI is getting sued for Getty Images for scraping millions of images.
So Getty Images doesn't like when you steal their pictures. Who knew?
Who knew?
I'm just remembering my graphic design days, and I'm just like, I need to pay for this. And everyone's like, why pay for it? I go, because we'll get sued.
Because we'll get sued.
And they're like, oh, who's gonna find out? Getty Images?
Getty Images is really good at finding that out. That's kind of how they make money.
Well,
or that's how they protect their brand.
It's how they protect their work and the works of the people that they buy shit from. But you deal with this shit. So Stability AI is getting sued because the AI itself was just scanning up a bunch of different images and then at times pumping them out for people.
Yeah, at times pumping them out with a little change. Like that was actually kind of funny. Like, oh, it's not even making any changes. It's just pumping this out now.
It's like, whoops. It's like, what do you want? I want a picture of this. Here you go. Oh, this is nice. And you sit there and go, man, how did it make this picture? And you see in the bottom right hand corner a little watermark. Oh,
they even introduced the watermark to images that didn't have them before because they just expected it to be there.
I tell people very often that I believe in AI, that it will be a great tool when you learn how to go and use it. But this is not how you use it.
This is not how you use it.
This is not how you. Someone screwed up here.
Anyways, so speaking of companies involved in AI, Microsoft, they're discontinuing Windows 10 sales.
Starting now.
Yeah, starting now.
Right now. I actually brought this up during class today, because everyone was like, yeah, remember, make sure you get your Windows 10 license keys for these things. I'm going, Windows 10 is no longer being sold. I'm like, what do you mean? I mean, download sales are no longer they've been discontinued.
They've been discontinued.
I'm like, what do you mean? I explained it out loud.
That's why you see this taskbar. This is a Windows 11 taskbar.
Listen, I will show up when Windows 10, when Windows 12 shows up, or whatever the hell we're on next. Because
you're like everyone else, you do every other version.
Yes, and if I don't like the version that shows up, I go back one. That's why I went Vista, then 8, then no 7.
Well, 7 was like part of the success with 7 was Vista was such a steaming pile of shit. Everyone just
8 was even worse. I'm like Vista, like, this sucks. 8, oh god. 7, okay, here we go. This is
8 was okay, except for if you added enough extensions to make it usable. Oh my god, 8 did suck.
Yes.
I have been defending 8 too.
and then I went from 7 to 10. I went, okay, this is fine.
I remember I derailed on one of Luke's Twitch streams one time because he was talking about, like, this is after 10 came out and he was still using 8. But I was still using a Mac for some shit. Okay. And it was like, and I just chimpanzee on a chandelier, I just stormed in. It's like, you're giving me shit for using you're giving me shit for using a Mac, but you use Windows 8. Like, no, Windows 8 is actually this and this. If you add enough extensions, like, I know these arguments. I work in IT. You're giving me shit over a superior operating system when you use Windows 8. Suck my dick.
I was borderline thinking about going to Linux if 7 didn't do anything good. I was like, it might be time to join the Penguin crew.
This is the year of the Linux operating system.
Here it comes, baby.
Finally, after 30 years, it's time. Every year on Slashdot, they run, which is still a thing, about every January they run a poll on Slashdot asking, "Is this the year of the Linux operating system?" And everyone gets ass mad about it because they know it's a troll now.
Until it's not.
Until it's not.
All right. What is, is that it?
To be fair, every version of Windows now comes with Linux.
Which is why it's always funny when people are like, what do you prefer, Windows or Linux? Go, what's the difference?
I have Linux on Windows.
I have
and I can play games. There are no games for Linux. Don't tell me SteamOS exists. There are no games on Linux. There are no girls on the internet.
There are no girls on the internet. As we get closer to Katsucon, I'm watching everyone like get into full horny mode. It's great. Everyone, I'm like, okay, great, cool, awesome, guys, enjoy. And I'm just like, Darren, why aren't you, getting super hyped? I go, because I have literally no care. I'm going into this thing with a fucked up hand. I'm gonna have a nasty looking scar on my finger by the time Katsucon comes. Like I'm looking at something heal, I'm going, that's not healing well. That's gonna be a big nasty scar. It's gonna be kind of tender.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. It's what happens when you see something fall, you go, not a knife, I can totally catch that. Glass.
like I'm so like how did you like? I've caught glass jars that are falling.
Yes. It
How did
exploded.
How was it under pressure internally that it? To
I
make it easier
guess
next
because like the bottom half of it just exploded outwards, and when it exploded outwards, my finger caught glass.
I mean, had it been opened before?
No.
That's probably why. It's probably like internal pressure.
Yeah. So life. My thought process was crap, glass jar, fall, break, make mess. No bad.
Make mess, get glass in foot, bad.
Dog will come screaming over to eat mess. No bad.
No, and cut up its tongue and eat glass, bad.
Yeah, there we are. But there we are with that stuff.
Also, it's tomato sauce. That's deadly for dogs.
Is it? Because he did end up eating it.
It's bad for dogs.
He ended up eating it. I was just because I had to go to the hospital, so I was like, fine, fuck it. You take care of that. I'm like, there's no glass there. You do you.
Oh no. Like it's in large amounts, but if they eat like an entire jar, it can kill them.
Well, he's perfectly fine. He did have like a nasty fart in the morning.
He probably went outside and had watery diarrhea for hours.
Mm. He was well. It didn't have like peppers or anything. It was a cheese blend. So
Oof.
I know peppers are bad for dogs and certain mushrooms. So I was just
Peppers,
like,
certain mushrooms, tomatoes.
I did not know tomatoes because like the dog loves tomatoes. So here we are.
But there are like certain dogs that like can eat things. Like chocolate is really bad, but there are dogs that like chocolate. Dairy is really bad, but there are dogs that love dairy and have no ill effects. Dogs are weird, man.
I'm just sitting here. Serious note, two of my models ended up in a car accident. Well, no, that's not the right word. Bus accident is the correct word.
Oof.
While traveling, they were getting engaged. Good for them. And of course, it's the same time as Texas having an ice storm. And bus flipped over. They are okay.
That's good.
You know, one's really banged up. The other one like broke their ankle. So there we are.
Oof.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. So so I'm not doing any shooting during Katsucon because obvious reasons now.
Oof.
It happens. It's not a huge deal.
Are you canceling the Church of Horny meetup now?
I'm not canceling it, but I've lost all my nuns. All my nuns who were going to show up.
That sucks.
It was like 5 people, and then 2 canceled, and another one finally canceled, and these 2 are got injured. So I'm like, that's fine. I will show up in my little Pope hat, which I think I left over there, and whatever. There are people who are going to show up who say they will show up as nuns. So I'm hoping they'll show up too. So we'll have ourselves a good old time, hang out, talk to people, maybe get some digits, get some new models in, see what they're
say. Get some new nuts.
Get some new nudes. We'll see what happens. Price that out. Figure it out. Because that's where we are. While I am moving everything lewd to its own subdomain. So you will still be able to... Yeah.
That was an interesting conversation on Wednesday morning or Thursday morning.
Was it Wednesday morning, Tuesday morning? I don't remember.
No, it was Thursday morning, Wednesday evening for you.
Okay.
Because I was like, why don't I have the link? Like, I'm laying in bed, but it's like, we are going on the air in 10 minutes. Why do I not have the link?
I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm dealing with Google telling everyone that my website's full of malware and taking their information.
It's like,
and I'm
that explains that. It's like, what do you want? And you were like, well, do we want to go? Like, do you want to go on the air? It's like, no, I'm gonna go.
I'm tired. I'm
You
tired.
You fix this. You continue fixing the site. I'm going back to bed.
Took me about a day to get it back up, and I've decided to subdomain out that. I might subdomain out the merch store too, just so that if there anything like this happens again, I can just go, you know what? No, it's just a subdomain. It's not everything.
It's not everything.
So, because I'm not dealing with this nonsense. I'm assuming someone reported us to Google. Google's like, yeah, fuck them.
Who did you piss off at Google?
I don't remember. Susie Wiki.
That's YouTube.
It's all the same people. It's a revolving door. Yeah, it's like people in the comic book industry. They get fired from one company, just go on to the next one.
Go on to the next one.
And they just revolve around. It's like people in the government ending up in tech companies.
Or people in the government ending up in working for contractors.
Or people in the government.
I got fired from this agency. I'm going to work for a contractor that works for this agency. Oh, I got fired from this contractor. I'm going to work for that I'm going to go work for their customer. Are there laws against it? Yes. Are they enforced? No.
No. Look, I just want to see the Senate vote on the bill, the Pelosi bill that says you can't have stocks in anything that you are in any way, shape, or form attached to. Like,
yeah, you're currently legislating.
Yeah, like no. And I'm going, yes, that is, that seems fair. That seems fair. Then
that seems fair, but then how are you going to get your stock tips?
I will need to find someone new to follow their exact portfolio on. Since Nancy Pelosi no longer has that ability.
That's the only reason you're able to do CODs right now.
That is the only reason why. That being said, those
Pelosi capital gains.
That's it. That and my the hell is it called when they give me money? Starts with a D, I think. Whatever.
Disbursements.
There we go. That's the word. Oh, that doesn't matter though. The entire stock market is still taking a shellacking.
Yeah.
All right, this has been the Geek-Posium. We will be back next week. I will be, I don't know, tired, probably half out of it, because I will have stitches taken out of my hand next week. So we're going to see how I'm feeling. It's either Thursday or Friday. I have to decide on a day. I have to go to the hospital real fast. Like, hey, take these out, please. Get these out of my head. But just dealing with that. I don't think there's anything of importance going on. I do have 2 panels coming up in 2 weeks at KatsuCon. Hope to see you guys there. They will both be Saturday. If you want to check out my Cryptids panel, it's Cryptids, Kaijus, and Creepy Pop Culture, which is, of course, my ongoing study on the ancient interpretation of mythical beasts versus the modernized version, which is why are you trying to put your dick in anything? I don't, mermaids. I go, how does one do mermaid? And then, that's a wrong thing to search on Google with safe search off.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made. I don't even want to talk about Moth Girl. It was very creepy and sexy. I am terrified with a boner.
Anyways, on that note,
everyone have yourself a good. I also am doing Anime History X, where I swear it's not porn.
It's that last one you go over in Anime History X. What the fuck?
I don't. It's a lot like watching Buckaroo Banzai. I know I can tell you everything that happened word for word, but I can't process it. Like, I know what happened. I can say it out loud. My brain just goes, I don't understand.
I don't understand. I've since gone and watched it. And it's like, No, this doesn't get better with context.
It does not get better with context. You watch through, you're gonna go, I still don't understand.
This gets more confusing with context.
Oh, and yet I watched that thing so many times, and I'm gonna go, I remember this show. I remember this show.
That's because it's porn.
It's not porn. It was in the anime section of Suncoast Video, not the porn section. Anyway,
It might as well be. There's porn that makes more sense.
it would make more sense, and you'd actually see something. It's all very soft core. It's like watching Skinamax. I go, okay, all right, yeah. Like when you're 12, you go, yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, this has been the Geek-Posium. We will see you guys next week. Have yourself a good one, and remember, no matter how bad things look, no matter how bad things get, you can always play the old Zelda games, which are A-okay and fun. I suggest A Link to the Past. It's my favorite one. As I'm playing through it, you can see me beat one of the bosses with one heart, like an asshole, on our Twitter page.
I thought you were going to say something shitposting, and then you go and say something wholesome like that.
Yeah. Look. I will shitpost in 2 weeks when I'm dressed up as the Pope and telling people to, taste Christ as I hold a Pringles can from underneath my robe. Good night, everybody.